Thank you, Scott. Appreciate you, man. What's up, guys? What's going on? That was a cool story about Scott talking about like hero instinct. Mine's a little bit like that, but I do not possess the hero instinct. If you were gonna get your ass whooped on the train, I just watch. That's kind of how I get down. I don't save anybody. I'm not heroic. I don't wear a cape. I realize I'm tall. That's misleading. I will not protect you if things go down. I know how it is. Like I know how things happen. So my story basically, it's around, I say maybe 8-ish, like late 8-ish, and so I'm hopping on the red line towards North Hollywood with my girlfriend. So we're having a good time. We're just talking. The goal is to get to GameStop. All right. NBA 2K just went on pre-order. I'm trying to get pre-order before it runs out. So I go, I'm heading on the train, normal ride. She's with me. We're laughing, ha ha ha, whatever. We get to Wilshire, Vermont, which is where I was heading. As soon as we get off, there's a guy. Like laying by like the stair area where the escalator is, and he's holding his chest. He's like on the floor. He's like moaning, and then like I see like a little white woman like over just like this. And I'm thinking, yo, she knocked his ass out. Wow. They're getting stronger. That's incredible. I had no clue what was going on. So, I'm walking, and then I see her do this, and she's going up to people, and she's like waving. I can't hear her yet, but I can see her doing this. In like classic LA, everyone walks by like the whole time. That's all that's happening. So she gets over, and like I said, I'm a big guy. It's easy to notice me. So as soon as I walk by, she's like, "Excuse me, sir." And I was like, I froze. I don't know why I froze. Don't freeze in the future. Just don't do my mistake. So I froze. I was like, fuck. And so my girl's like right here, and the incident's like in this vicinity. So she looks at me, and she's like, "Could you call the police? I think this man's had a heart attack." And I was like, whew, imagine he's suffering the whole time. I feel terrible about it. I just like, "Are you sure it's a heart attack?" And she was like, "Yeah, I don't know. It's just," I was like, well, hold on now. She's like, "Well, no, I'm not sure, but I've asked like 8 people, nobody wants to stop." So I said, okay. I look at my girl. If she gives me any look that says, "Get the fuck out of here," I'm leaving. I'm going to GameStop. I have like 10 minutes left before they close. So I look at her, and she's like, "You need to help them." Okay. Now, mind you, okay, this is probably different for a bunch of other people, but I wasn't really raised to call the police. You know, I don't really call 911. We call aunties and uncles. I had never in my life called 911. I actually didn't know how it worked, and I didn't want to say that and get exposed like right in that moment. So I kind of walked back a few feet so she couldn't hear me. And so I called and I went 911. I called and it rang. And what threw me off is that the guy was like, "Hello?" I was like, what the fuck? They say, like in the movies, they're like, "911, what's your emergency?" He just said hello. And I asked the dumbest question I've ever asked in my whole life. I was like, "Is this 911? And he was like, "Yes, what's your emergency?" I was like, "Prove it." Are you sure? Because I felt like I was getting pranked. I didn't know. I had no clue what was going on. So he sorted out. He's like, "This is 911. What's the problem?" I said, "A man is having a heart attack, or at least we think it's a heart attack, at the bottom of the Wilshire, Vermont station." And so he said, "Okay, well, can he talk?" And I was like, "He's screaming." "But sir, can he talk?" And so we walk over to the guy. He's holding, mind you, I hadn't actually like approached the body. Mind you, he's alive, okay? He's fully alive. He's holding his, like here. So it wasn't really his heart. He was a big guy, but it wasn't really his heart. It was like his stomach area. And so I walk over to him. I said, "Okay, I'll call 911. They're on the phone right now." And the guy says, "Well, see if he can say his name." I was like, "Can he say his name?" And then I noticed there was like a sharpness in his eyes. And I was like, "You don't really look sick at all." And it was in the back of my mind. And so I was like, okay, whatever. And so I said, "Can you say your name?" And the guy goes, "William." That was real fucking sharp, William. That's all I'm saying. So I was like, all right, fine. I was like, yeah, he said his name is William. And so the 911 was like, all right, what's his last name? I'm like, all this work. Okay, William, what's your last name? And he mumbled something. I was like, Bradford, whatever. He's like, William Bradford, that's his fucking name. It doesn't matter. Don't judge me, okay? It doesn't matter. They'll ID him when you get there, all right? So, 911's like, all right, so roll him on his side. I'm like, actually, he's sitting up. I roll him on his side. I'm like, I'm not touching him. I was like, William, they want you to roll over. He's like, I'm not moving. William's not moving now. I can do whatever I want, really. He ain't fucking moving. So, the woman, mind you, now here's the thing. The superstar of this whole story really is like the little woman that's like here, because she was fucking on it, holding his hand. I mean, if he was homeless, I'm like, she's got something. Hepatitis, whatever. She was hands deep on this guy, like palpitations. He was like checking, like 1, 2. I'm like, bitch, he's alive. What are you doing? He's not dying. So anyway, 911 says, all right, sir, where are you at? And I said, I'm at the Wilshire, Vermont station. This motherfucker said, where is that? I said, bro, Wilshire and Vermont. What do you mean, where is it at? He was like, is that Koreatown? I'm like, who, is this your first day? Like, this is a real, I'm not bullshitting. This dude literally asked where it was at. And so I was like, well, you take this, you take that. I was like, where are you at? I had this little exchange with 911. And I was like, come to the bottom, like, area, right? Come to, like, the bottom of where it goes to North Hollywood. So he was like, all right, fine, we're on the way. Just stay there with him. And then there's this weird moment, like, where I'm standing, and, like, we've attracted some attention. I freaked out. He's cursed a little bit. My girl's, like, she's, like, texting. I was like, who are you talking? Anyway, so I'm standing there, right? Eventually, like, 15 minutes goes by. People are just walking up, like, wow, that looks pretty bad, man. Have a good day. And just, it's the stupidest shit with people in L.A. And so, eventually 911 comes, and then something strange happens. It's like 2 or 3 guys. They come down, they have, like, a stretcher. Pushing the stretcher, and I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. And they said, all right, William, I need you to get up. And he says, make sure I have my bag. I had just noticed it was like a military bag sitting there. And I was like, what is the big deal with the bag? So they help him up, and he they kind of put a hand out, and then William and he just sits. Like it was too easy. I was like, where was the heart attack, William? And they try to wheel him away, and he's like, yeah, my bag. Sir, and he like stops the fucking wheel. He's like, the bag. I was like, what is in the bag? I realized this dude was probably trying to transport a drug, and this was the most convenient way to do it, was like the ambulance. I was like, he didn't look sick. Like he cleared up. This dude pulled a phone out while he was on the stretcher. I was like, what? Did we just get played? The whole time, I feel like I got like tricked by this guy. And so the woman was like, oh my God, thank you so much. I'm so happy you stopped. Most people don't. And I was like, it looks like we probably shouldn't have. I think we just gave him a ride for free. I think that's exactly what, just to avoid the bus and train, I think he just got a ride. And I actually didn't make it to GameStop. So I'm still upset about that. But no, it closed. But Hero Instinct, right? So that's my story. Thank you guys so much.